Racer out of Clyde, Victoria, Australia, it's THOBSON.
Dave Barker, the Melbourne mistake.
Avalon Raceway, we got the wing shed out. First time since, I think, end of November I ran it. I wasn't even sure if I wanted to do this tonight, but just head's not in the right spot at the, in terms of doing this stuff. But head's in the right spot once you're in that seat. But we lost Joe Daming, who I ran for a lot last year, or a couple of times, 5 times I think we did, which was a bit of a brutal blow to me late last week. Run the dirt mod tonight, and yeah, tonight's for him, let's just say that. I think of everyone in Indianapolis, in Indy. Going to run for Joe and try to get a win for him, you know. Yeah, he honestly just kept me there, trust me. I don't share this too much, but I did want to come home fairly early. I never really told anyone this because I was just said stick it out. And yeah, Joe was a big part, and the Daming family were just, everyone, a couple other families did make me feel very welcome also, but the Damings always were cheerleading me, making sure I got that next opportunity and really tried, and were always behind my back, always had my back, so this is yeah, a bit of a shit feeling tonight, but it's definitely not as fun with Joe, so Joe not here. Just yeah, sucks I'm here still, but can't be. But anyway, we're gonna do the best we can with what we got, and just race this tonight and just do the best we can for Joe. You know, I'm in a bad mental state at some point over there, and they just egged me on, kept my head up, and yeah, I appreciate that a lot, and always will be. They did so much more than they thought they did for me, just on the exterior. So anyway, we're out of 3 for our first heat in the dirt mod, and yeah, let's not be a pussy.
Something wrong? Away! Wait, no.
Sounds like it's coming.
It's coming in better. That's not water, yeah. Yeah, you'll be wrong. Is there a rag meant to be there?
Huh?
Is that rag meant to be there?
Yeah, still the whole of the insert. My insert's fine.
Oh, you're in your old man sleep.
But I have my sharp inserted.
That fits?
Perfect.
Really?
Other than this little air gap here.
Oh, good luck.
Moves to the infield. Looks like he'll play no further part in this one. Matt Redcliffe uses the infield, plus a little bit more in the 28 car as he maintains P2. 1 or 2 car lengths between them. Matt now coming up to engage for a battle of the lead. Hickson trying to hold on. He was good early, but just doesn't look comfortable at this stage. as he tries to rotate with a very aggressive angle there. Michael Ardley in P3 trying to go to work with Toddy. Toddy Hobson in that inside groove. He gets it done, moves from 4th to 3rd pretty quickly. And now, with 5 laps remaining in this one, Millsy, he's going to come after P2, which is Matt Redcliffe.
Yeah, that's sure. Hobson really been aggressive right from the get-go there. Had a couple of moments trying to get by as we've got a stoppage on the back straightaway. Shane Ardley in the V60 car grinds to a halt just on the exit of turn number 2.
At the ready. Hickson is your leader. Racks him and stacks him to the end. And now puts that best foot forward. Matt Redcliffe is to his inside. Hobson moves up 1 spot. He's now up to P3. He dealt with Michael Ardley in the 59 pretty swiftly. He'll now try to go after Matt Redcliffe for P2. Hickson will maintain your lead. Marcus moves to the infield once again. So something not right with that 29 car. But a good distance, Millsy, at the moment between 1st and 2nd as the battle heats up between 2nd and 3rd.
Yeah, Daryl Hickson doing a nice job out in front. That is sure. Look at that left front just hiked off the deck if you don't mind. Plenty of drive in the racetrack down the front straightaway. And again through turns 1 and 2. A good battle ensuring 2nd. Matt Redcliffe and Todd Hobson now. Hobson will come in, dive low into turn 3, has the run on Redcliffe that time by. Redcliffe does enough to shut the door as they go by the flag stand one more time. Hobson again has a peek to the inside of Redcliffe, can't make anything happen that time by, and Redcliffe able to open up a nice little buffer that time down the back straight, probably 5 to 6 car length break, but again, Hobson comes again through turns 3 and 4, but still, Jake, Daryl Hickson doing it all so comfortably out in front.
Yeah, not so comfortable in 2nd at the moment is Redcliffe. That's Matt. As you said, it's like the story of 2 tails. Down one end, he gets real close, and the other end, he opens up a gap. Let's see if he can continue on. The white flag will come out for Hickson. He's yet to be challenged in this heat race. Redcliffe's been challenged from the get-go, essentially. Hobson maintains P3 as the checkered flag will come out. Hickson on 3 wheels as he's done for the whole 8-lap distance continues in 1st. 2nd place will be Matt Redcliffe. Todd Hobson will have to settle for 3rd. Ardley in 4th. Tyler Scott in 5th. Blackman in 6th. And Shane Ardley will round out your 7-car field here for heat race number 1 for the V8 Dirt Modifieds.
Just recapping, Daryl Hickson, the first car home with the best lap on lap number 7 of 15.258.
Blackman didn't get the right start in that number 2 car, trying to come to terms with her first couple of times out in the V8 Dirt Modified. Ardley down there in the 59. Opens up the lead there. Todd Hobson in P2, 2, 3, 4 car lengths between 1st and 2nd. Marcus Redcliffe looks a little bit better now in that 29 car. He's got Spider-Man on there as well. A previous heat race winner, Hickson, comes to the inside groove. He's trying to go after Marcus and he gets it done. Nice and early in this one. Your leader still maintains. and stack them all the way to the green line. Just like that, Ardley gets off, but Hobson's right behind him. Hobson, the Cool Freighters 84 car, moves to the inside groove in turn 1 and 2. Can't quite make it happen on that turn. He'll still go after Ardley in 3 and 4. Just like he pressured Matt Redcliffe in the opening heat race, he's trying to go after Michael Ardley here in the 59 car. Third is Matt Redcliffe. Fourth at the moment, well, the three-way battle for fourth. Hickson's to the outside groove. Tyler Scott in the 37's been able to move up. Rhoda Blackman gets relegated for a spots. Leader right now is on Hobson. So Hobson's been able to negotiate first place, and he'll lead by 3 or 4 car laps at this point. So 5 laps will turn into 4 very shortly here. Millsy and Hobson had to do it the hard way, but he's about to run high.
Yeah, absolutely. Doing a nice job. Pretty much a straightaway length lead now as they head down. He takes a bit of a push though. He's been a little tight getting through turns 1 and 2 in particular throughout this race. Backs it in a little more into 3 and 4. Just a little bit slower tempo as well as he leads his way down the front straightaway one more time. Still Michael Ardley in second. The 28 of Redcliffe sitting in the third spot. Further back in fourth, Tyler Scott, and then Daryl Hickson in the 92, now trying to make a race of that battle for fourth and fifth as they go side by side down the back straight. Will be Scott just holding sway on the high side, a little untidy down there in turns 3 and 4, but your race leader back on the back chute. Coming around to get the white flag this time by again. Little fishtailing out of turn, into turn 4 basically for Todd Hobson. Best lap time of 14.681, and that lap was a 16.330. You can see just in the timing how that car's a little unsettled late in this heat race, but he will come out of turn 4 to greet the checkered flag and take out heat race number 2 for our V8 Dirt Modified tonight. Todd Hobson gets the win. Michael Ardley home in second in the V59. Matt Redcliffe, the V28 for third. Tyler Scott narrowly back there in fourth. And then it is the 92, that of Daryl Hickson. Further back to Roden Blackman in the V2. So that's heat race number 2 of our V8 Dirt Modifieds done and dusted. Put your hands together, folks. Todd Hobson picking up the win.
Track. Hobson, Scott, Redcliffe, Ardley to the outside groove. He's trying to move up on Matt Redcliffe. So Matt in the 28, that's a battle for third and fourth respectively. First is checked on out of there. That's Todd Hobson at the moment. He's got himself a straightaway distance in that opening lap. Onto second place, Tyler Scott. Scott maintains a 2 to 3 car distance, but Greenwheel and Ardley is right behind him in P3. 1 or 2 cars, maybe 3 or 4 shall I say, between second and third. Double that distance back to fourth. Redcliffe and Hickson's doing the same as he did in heat race number 1. He's carrying that front end handily into turn 1 and 2. And Roden Blackman rounds out your 6-car field here as Hobson. He's showing some dominance in that 84 car, of course, taking over from Lloyd Hobson last time out. The battle for second and third, he's still in operation here. Ardley trying to go it after the youngster of Scott. He's just backed off a little bit as well, so everybody just trying to find their groove in the V8 Dirt Modifieds here. 4 laps will turn to 3 very shortly, and just like that, Millsy, 3 laps to run, and you just think Todd Hobson just has to use a little bit of experience and knowledge here to round out a heat race win.
Yeah, absolutely. We spoke about 3-second gaps and the differential in that during the sprint car qualifying earlier. What you're seeing out front from first to second is somewhere in that vicinity at the moment, if not up to 4 seconds. Certainly a big gap between Todd Hobson and Tyler Scott sitting in that second spot. Hobson makes his way out of turn 4. We'll get the white flag this time by. Impressive run in this heat race. Has looked as good as any car on the track tonight, to be brutally honest. Second is Tyler Scott. Michael Ardley is currently sitting in third. Then Matt Redcliffe in fourth. But it will be Todd Hobson picking up heat race number 3 win, with thanks to Max Fry Smash Repairs here at Avalon Raceway tonight. Getting the job done comfortably. It has to be said over Tyler Scott. 4.5 second gap from first to second. Michael Ardley will finish in the third spot. Matt Redcliffe for fourth. Darryl Hickson rounds out our top 5. Brad Blackman rounds out the field, but that is our heat racing done for our V8 Dirt Modifieds. What about putting your hands together, folks? Get yourself warmed up a little bit. The V84, Todd Hobson picking up heat race win in the heat race win in heat race number 3. That's what we're trying to get our tongue around, Jake.
It's tough. Let's just see if we can catch up with Toddy Hobson. I know he's just going to come through the front straight here. The 84 pulls up. He's been dominant. We've seen him in sprint cars. We've seen him in wingless. We've seen him in anything with 4 wheels, really. As he takes the helmet off, he takes his gloves off, and everything. Come on, everybody, put your hands together for Todd Hobson. He picks up the win here for the V8 Dirt Modifieds. Toddy, it's great to see you pick up the heat race win, and you've raced a sprint car, wingless, and now you've taken over from Dad. What happened there? You just kicked him out of the seat?
Yeah, his knee's not too great. That's his excuse. But no, it's cool to come back and have a bit of a burn in the shed. Call it the world's fastest tin shed. Yeah, track shaping up really good. I think everyone's in the same boat. This track has a lot of grip off the slick, so I felt a lot better then. I could actually get the car pitched in, and yeah, the boys worked so hard to get this thing turned around, because I was very grumpy even after that heat win before. But yeah, can't thank them all enough. Dad for sure. I've been giving him an earful. Brody, Kicker, Cody, Steve Milthorpe's here, Juddy, Kicker as well. I think I mentioned him, but yeah, no, it's good fun. We're just probably going to go even freer again and go again.
You're allergic to the gutter, aren't you?
Yeah, well, if it's fast around the top and it's slick on the bottom, where else are you going to go, right? I banged the wall down the main straight before, and you know, if it's on the wall, I'll have the quarter panel in it.
I want to quickly talk to you about Indiana. You go back, of course, it's been announced and advertised very heavily that you're going to go back there, race a couple of cars. It's a fantastic effort. Obviously, last year was a bit of a suck and see deal, and now it's pretty much a full-time gig almost. Yeah, it's paid off there. John Sudret, 44, is the main car I'm driving, but actually I heard some unfortunate news with Joe on Thursday. He passed away just suddenly in his sleep, so it actually makes me really upset about that. We're racing for him tonight. So yeah, we're racing for the 5T guys, and yeah, hopefully get a win for Joe. When do you head over?
I head end of April, just after the wingless title.
Win a wingless title, you hope, and then just jump on a plane? Yeah,
I haven't booked it yet, but my initial plan is pretty much, leave Lismore on the Sunday and fly to America on the Wednesday. So count for rain out days, a couple bad travel days maybe, and yeah, see how it goes. I think I'm pretty much getting stuck straight into it that weekend too. So
you don't stop, do you?
No, I haven't stopped since October last year, so still going. Loving every moment of it. It's definitely very tolling. I'm enjoying a couple of little weekends off here and there, but it's good. It's good.
You've obviously raced a lot in terms of not only here in Australia but the USA. What's on the bucket list for Todd Hobson? What's the top 1 or 2 things that you want to tick off in the next 5 years?
Win a USAC title for sure. Win USAC national title, that's my goal. But just on paper, I want to be the most successful Australian in USAC. So we're nearly there. Few little boxes to tick just to get a bit far of that. And this year, my goal is to win a race in Indiana, and we're just going to progressively move forward from that. You obviously do a whole lot of action in terms of in-car GoPros and content. How do we find you? Where do we go? Yeah, I have a full vlog running. Todd Hobson Racing is my YouTube channel. Feel free to get on there, like and subscribe. Every show's on there. As you can see, it's running right next to us. should be good footage tonight. Trying my best to make it as good as I can. So even if you want to drop some feedback, I'm happy.
That's it. Come on, everybody. Put your hands together for Todd Hobson. We'll let him get back into the pits. As he said, he's got to free that car up a little bit. And that concludes the V8 Dirt Modifieds heat race number 3. If he can start the 84 up. And just like that, he does. And Millsy, that should move us into some bronze, silver, and gold shootouts.
Well, 4 tiers then, that was alright. You'll probably see the pay-per-view interview there, but 4 tiers. Yeah, car's a lot better now. I actually feel like I can get to the center of the corner and rotate the thing. The track's got so much grip and the night air's come in, so it's just going to get even faster. I'd be keen to see what lap time we're doing then. But yeah, I'm tied down on my fronts all the way. The only sort of stage is I'm going to run different left rear, I think, with a bit less compression. This one. So we're going to lower the nose just a whisker. Just lower the nose a whisker. I think we're starting pole with 2 heat wins, so that should be good. I don't feel great, but I feel better than everyone. Hey, Steve's back.
Oh, there you go, mate.
Yeah, we're going all right. Got the man on the spanners, mate, because I'd be still fighting. Oh, that's about to fall. Cody's about to get the car.
You're dialed in now, mate. You're dialed in.
Yeah,
Gotta go for a feature.
We'll have a go. We'll just still have a little more to do. Then we should be all right. Yeah, anyway, let's go.
So the V8 Dirt Modifieds now winding down. We started with 12 mils here, now we're about to go down to 6.
Indeed we are, mate. Certainly one man out in front doing it all alone is Todd Hobson in that V84 car. Certainly with a 4.5 second break, he's got over the 59 of Michael Ardley at the moment. Coming up, put a car a lap down as they go by the flag stand. That's the 2 of Roden Blackman. Looks to swing to the outside. Impressive run for Hobson. You can see the difference in car speed there. Look at that. Shooting down the back straight. Very, very nicely. Ardley still in second. Hickson trying to make a race of that for second and third as they go into turn 3. 4 to run for your race leader. So it's Hobson, Ardley, Hickson, Redcliffe, Scott and Blackman. That's how they've circulated at the present time. Jake will get 3 to run for your race leader, who has got acres between first and second.
Yeah, the battle for second and third is just heated up as well. 3 laps remaining. Ardley's there, but look at Hickson. He's currently in P3. He wants to come after P2. There was a straightaway distance between first and second, or second and third, shall I say. Now there's only 2 or 3 car lengths. So very interesting, as next time by will be the white flag for your leader. So THOBSON comes through for the white flag. And you can just see the distance between first and second right now. Ardley's coming around. He receives the white flag as well as Hickson. So let's see if that battle shapes up between second and third, as THOBSON will pick up feature win here tonight at Avalon Raceway. Ardley will hold on at a 3 and 4 for P2, just behind a back marker. And third will be Daryl Hickson. Will be Matt Reddick, be Tyler Scott. And 6 to round out the field will be Roden Blackman as well. So Todd Hobson picks up the win here at Avalon Raceway. Big round of applause, please, for Toddy Hobson. That was good, man. You were good in heats, and you said you would free it up. There was a bit more to come, and you just blitzed them in the end.
Yeah, I'm glad it did. Those holes got a bit more gnarly. I think it blew up coming down the back straight pretty much. So I'm pretty lucky to finish that. Seen it drop a cylinder, then piss a heap of smoke out the intakes. I don't know where it's dropped the valve or something, but oh well, it just hung on to the end. Man, I was wringing its neck. I was barely breathing the throttle, so I gave a little bit in the 1-2 a few times just to sort of let it all catch up. But yeah, can't say enough about the boys just thrashing, you know. I was grumpy all night just because the car wasn't handling, and it's just a track though. The track's got so much grip in it, but we've slicking the bottom off, which is good. So can't thank all them down there. Thanks everyone, Clay, for watching, and as well in the crowd too. Hope you enjoy a good sprint car crowd, and yeah, that one was for Joe.
You're telling me if that went one more lap, you would have went from hero to zero?
Well, it was sort of 0 by turn 3, but I think it just hung on enough. It did actually make it across the line. As soon as I rolled across the line, I just flicked it out of gear and shut it off. But yeah, no, this one feels good, trust me.
Come on everybody, put your hands together for Todd Hobson. Picks up the feature win here for the V8 Dirt Modifiers as round 3 of the Murray Atkin Cup.
Well, we got that one done, that's good. That one's for Joe, that makes me feel good. Just Avalon Modified show, was Murray Atkin Cup too. I love Muzz, so that's good, we won for Muzz. I'm actually going to go see Muzz in a sec. That was on song, but the thing was just dynoing, so it had its tongue out. Looks like out of 4, you've seen it spewed, looks like oil out the intake, and that worries me a bit because it did drop a cylinder too, so I think it may have dropped the valve. I'm hoping it hasn't, but we'll tear it apart and that'll be my next part of the video. It ain't gonna be fun as that one's for Joe and all the Damings. Like, honestly, I got a bit emotional out there as well. Like, I just can't express how much he's done for me that year. And it's just sucks. Anyway, that's life, unfortunately. Anyway, let's check it out back at the shop and see what's wrong with it.
Yeah, well, it's ridiculous, man.
And Mandy's for the drive. Hello.
Everyone left their tires there too.
Alright, it's wash day. Very muddy last night, as you can see. We actually had a bleeder screw up with that wheel. Alright, it's wash day. Very muddy last night, as you can see. We actually had a bleeder screw up with that wheel. This tire we used all night. I took a lot of wheel offset out, just because there's not a lot of wheel offset. Just because the track, these are made for sprint cars, these are sort of designed for sprint cars, and we just run them here in Australia because they're easy to get. But yeah, when you get a lot of weight on them, it sort of, you feel the wheel offset like a lot. With wheel offset change, because just using so much tyre sidewall, the tyre loads up a lot harder than a sprint car does. So I was wondering why I was so tight all night and the car was garbage for most of it till I figured it out in the third heat. I was throwing all the stuff at the back, but I forgot to look at the front. I actually put the springs on the wrong way, so on my right front, on my left front. So instead of having, say, what's called a positive split, which means the right front's heavier than the left front, I had the left front heavier than the right front. So what that does is, when you sort of get the car set in the corner, we did a bit in America with non-wing stuff just to get the thing loaded up on the slick, which I think I'm going to do something like that on this now. I always had the idea and I just pondered it, but I always thought we had enough options to do that as such, and not have to get to that. Yeah, it gets in the corner, you really got to throw it on in there, and then it'll just, instead there's a little bit of like a delay before you feel the right rear sticking away, like the whole car just sort of spins up and slides in, and then you sort of set, then you're on your left rear and you feel your left rear a bit more. But this thing, you're pretty much set, and I already felt the thing on the right, like just the right rear would just load up and almost like stop spooling up and spinning. That's good. You're always gonna be tight on entry but tight on exit too. But yeah, once I thought about it on the way home last night, and I'm like, oh, did I put them springs on backwards? Like, because the car was just a bit evil. I just couldn't get off the right rear and couldn't get the left rear unstuck, and that's probably why. Yeah, because I just haven't gone so free with anything else for a very long time. We had threw bars at it, took some left rear bar out of it, so it softened the spring rate so it wasn't so stuck into the racetrack. Lowered it all, put a bit of tilt in. Yeah, had my fronts all tied down, my backs, I had a sprint car left rear shock on to try to get it to rotate. But yeah, shot myself in the foot there, but still it made the car just a little less drivable, but we got to a point where we could rotate it, so that was a pretty interesting learning experience there. But we'll get washed up. I found some stuff with the engine too, but we already knew this last night, but I just had to inspect the oil more clearly. You see where the rag is, the breather blew off. And you can see there's only oil really on the right hand side where the breather blew off. So right hand side on screen, right hand side on screen, left hand side on the engine. And that explains as well this surge of oil, but what doesn't explain is the dropper cylinder. These plug leads aren't the best, and knowing Dad, they've been on there for 20 years. But I did have a little feel, and a couple were a bit BA gallon. So BA gallon, what that means, because I'll put a little dictionary definition. Bit sketchy. I think that might have been our issue while we dropped the cylinder, but I'm hoping it's that. I haven't taken the rocker covers off yet. That's the next job. I just got to get it all washed up and yeah, see how we go.
Changing the gear helps too.
Huh?
Changing the gear helps.
Yeah, well, when we load it up in the right rear, you need to get you to pull it. Huh?
All looks good there.
Yep, yep. There's still valves in it. And what about push rods? Push rod, push rod, push rod, push rod, yep. Hasn't dropped any valves?
Nope.
Well, that's a good start. Maybe it could be something weird that happened, like the breather flew off, and then before that one of them dodgy plug leads come loose. It could be something really stupid like that just happened at the same time. So the next thing is to look at is the spark plugs. These all feel tight. There was this one here when I was having a bit of a fiddle. It was plug 1 that was a bit... How you going? You need to get out?
I didn't get out.
Oh, we'll go on. We have to like slip in between here. I can't take the doors. I can't take the doors off because these Nerf bar things are way too bent. Huh? No, I've just got my video going. Oh, Jesus. Watch it, buddy. Well, let me see if you find anything with spark plugs. I'll get to keep going with this. Well, I got going with the washing and my GoPro went flat. Yeah, plug number 4 looked really black, so it wasn't burning. So we haven't actually taken it apart yet. You'll see in the next episode or the next video I do. We're doing a big motor change pretty much. I thought we didn't have a second motor, but Dad just says, oh no, we've got a second wet sub motor here. I'll just put it on the next one. Give a bit of suspense, I guess. I don't know. We're arguing over 2 things. We haven't taken the head off or nothing yet. That's sort of the next thing, because we did take the spark plug out, and number 4 didn't have compression and was black pretty much. And I think it got hot, but Dad doesn't think it got hot before it failed. Yeah, head gasket between the 2 cylinders or maybe it did both. I don't know if this weirdest stuff happened, and I'm not a motor guy, but I think it torched the piston. Number 4 had compression on 4 and 6, so I think he might be in. I'm hoping it's what he says. Head gasket's a lot cheaper than, well, it's due for pistons anyway, the next rebuild. So this one though, that's a big one. It's going to be a big weekend this weekend. We're running Portland on Saturday,
for the wingless Victorian title. I'm going to truck on up to Miami again, which is 5 hours for the next day for the Victorian dirt modified title. So a big hike, but I have a little bit of a plan of attack. I'll take everyone along for that, the whole thing. I'll make sure this camera's charged. And anyway, enough of my yammering. Let's get on to the next one.